On this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, we walk our last leg of the John Muir Way.
From North Berwick to Dunbar.
There's ostriches along the walk today. Oh, what a lovely, lovely place to stay.
Very, very nice.
So the Nether Abbey, great dinner, great environment. The room was lovely and a fantastic breakfast this morning. This is it. We're heading out for our 10th and final leg as we head to Dunbar on the John Muir Way. In Dunbar, we're going to see John Muir's birthplace. Have a good look around, and we're excited to share what we have coming up here on this last leg of our John Muir Way walk. So the question right now for both of us is, do we or don't we? Time will tell. So this is such a spectacular morning view here in North Berwick, where the W is silent. Time to go for a walk along the edge of the North Berwick Golf Club West Links. Here we go. And a tribute to the 5'3" Ben Sayers. He started playing golf when he was 16 in 1873. Pretty cool. Great carving. How spectacular is this? Lovely view as we walk into North Berwick. Our accommodation last night was actually on the west side of town. We hadn't actually gotten through, so here we go. I think this is a sign. And our first beautiful church of the day. We're just over a kilometer in, and it's 10 to 9. We're at the base of the North Berwick Law right now. It's actually used to be a volcano, and it's a volcano plug. So that's very, very cool. And now right beside it, there's another display board about blowing hot and cold. And we might just do this thing. We'll know in a second. So the decision is we're going to try. So it only seems like it's about 130 meters of gain from where we currently are. So let's show you what it's like at the top. This view. We're over halfway, about 10 minutes in. Spectacular up here. Okay, well, this was worth the effort. There's the whale's jaw that was the replacement of whale's jaw that was actually found up here in the 1700s. And this marker explains that we have climbed to an elevation of 615.6 feet. Stunning. Really stunning. And the view seems to be endless. And just one more quick video of the view if you venture up. They say it takes 40 to 60 minutes round trip. It took us 20 minutes to get up. So we figure we're on that low end of the 40 to 60. We also figured we've played it safe a few times physically while we've been here. Just saying, you know, we didn't really want to hurt ourselves while walking away. I figured today's the last day, so it wouldn't ruin our vacation if something happened. Hey, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did or have been enjoying it, please give us a thumbs up. Comments are always welcome. And please, if you are not already a subscriber to the channel, please think about giving us a subscribe. Just lets YouTube know we're doing good things, and you'll get notifications when new videos come up. Well, we're just at the start of our 10th leg. We're only about 5 kilometers in. We've got about another 20 to go. So this building ruin is an old telegraph site and also a spotter site during World Wars I and II. Because of course, out there is the North Sea. Great defensive position. Heading down is actually more challenging than heading up. Okay, so round trip, 38 minutes, and that really includes standing at the top for 7 to 10 minutes. So if you're in good shape, you don't have to push it, and you can do it, you know, in under 40 minutes, including the views. So highly recommend it. It's day 10, so really for us, a twisted ankle would mean we lost the last day and not 8 days. Anyways, we're carrying on. It's not the prettiest, but the map shows this as the John Muir Pond. And I think John Muir would have been proud of us when we were up at the Whale's Bone. Look how cute these little guys are. About 7.5 kilometers in through a farmer's field, and there's this open gate, and across the roadway is this castle style stone fence. Pretty cool. Okay, so we've just passed that very cool castle style fence, and the way is pointing us this way. There's been forestry work. We're going to have to be very careful how we plot our way through this one. Okay, we're through that. It was about 200 meters of not nice trail, and you can see here we're at the other side of what they were closing off. So it's not terrible, it's passable. Point A to point B ultimately is workable. Okay, this is a crazy little sheltered walk. We scared something pretty big that went running, but we're heading out onto a paved trail again. There's our sign. We're 12 kilometers into our walk today, heading towards Linton and ultimately Dunbar. And then there's this pasture with these beautiful little blue flowers. And the other thing about this part of the trail is it's barely the width of a bicycle tire. And there's those beautiful blue flowers. We are 13.7 kilometers into our day. And I just want to share the Berwick Law that we climbed. There it is, over beside Cindy's Head, way off in the distance. We're almost that high again. And the book said
Mostly
flat.
Mostly flat.
This has not been a flat day. Not at all. Anyways, we're having a blast. See you again soon. And 15.3 kilometers into our day, the Preston Kirk. Stunning old property. And just after the Preston Kirk is the Preston Mill. Now we're gonna go cross the River Tyne. We just ran into the first folks that we've spoken to that are actually doing the John Muir Way as well, except they're doing it from east to west. So they're on their first day as we're on our last day. It was kind of a nice conversation. This is the most descriptive sign we've seen yet. A John Muir sign saying cross bridge and turn right. Haven't seen anything like that along the way. By the way, we're 17 kilometers into our day. I miss the days of golf courses. We are 17.7-ish, 17.8 kilometers in. We've just passed the Tyne for the third time. And this is the way the trail is. Again, today we're being gifted with some less than kind trails. And heck, this stuff's almost as tall as me. We've just made the turn along the shore, heading towards Dunbar. We figure we're about another 5 or 6 kilometers. And here we reach a defensive wall of blocks that carries on for a very long distance. Half a kilometer ago, we showed you the starting of the wall of anti-tank defense. It looks like this particular one has been moved. It's interesting to show you, as you look at the left of the screen, the bottom third, or the first third of it, is what would have been underground, and then the 2/3 or 3/4, whatever, would be above ground. These are huge pieces of concrete, and we're over half a kilometer, and they're still to my right-hand side. I'll let you know how far we've walked when we get to the end of them. 700 meters, and we get to this area where there's a few of them are rubbled and a little bit up above. Unbelievable, the havoc that the Third Reich started around the world. And you can see the brackish water out in front of me. That's our 4th time seeing the River Tyne, and it's at sort of a confluence to the North Sea at this point. So, over here in the distance, I'm going to try to zoom in for you. There's a bunch of mute swans. It's a cool spot. Then randomly, people out walking their llamas are coming towards us. Not sure what to make of this, but it's a map. About 15 minutes after seeing those people walking the llama or alpaca or whatever they were, we're passing a kids' park that has llamas or alpacas or whatever they are. So now it doesn't seem so strange. Nobody said we would see ostriches while we were walking the John Muir Way. Ostriches! We've said this in a previous video and just want to say it again. When you see a public toilet, take the opportunity, whether you have to toilet or not. Give her a shot. We just crossed over the Beale Burn. We're 26-ish kilometers into our day. And I just heard somebody use a dog whistle. It was the second time today. The last time was about 12 kilometers ago. 12 kilometers ago, that was the first time I had ever heard someone use a dog whistle to call their dog. And now I just heard a second person on the same day. Look update two things. I was wrong. We're now 24 kilometers into our walk, so that was 23.8 kilometers. This is our first real sighting of the North Sea. Yep, Cindy's shirt says it all. Just another half mile or so. But look at that view. As we walk across the edge of the golf course, because of course the law in Scotland says we're allowed, we see remnants of a lot of those old concrete tank barriers being used to protect the shoreline. But you can see the geology of the area here at low tide. It's super, super impressive. It is just endless eye candy for us as we make our final charge to Dunbar. So as we look out onto the water, we see that huge rock. There's a bunch of kids out there with helmets on. And towards the top right of the screen of the landforms, that's Dunbar Castle. We're so close. We're so close. Trying to do this justice with the position of the sun and trying to keep the compass facing north. I hope you're able to see the different locations. Give you a sense that Cardiff is exactly 315 miles south of us. Bergen in Norway is 416 miles northeast of us. Doesn't say where Canada is, but I can promise you it's pretty far. And also to the west of us would be our start point, which would have been Helensburgh. As always, we stop and remember. We're over 27 kilometers into our walk. We had that short bit to get over to that other side, but it's closed. You're not going to believe what that leaves us. To get to town. Well, it's been our thing on this walk. Today, 28 kilometers. 10 days of walking, over 230 kilometers. Over 275,000 steps. We've arrived at John Muir's birthplace, and it's closed.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's closed on Tuesday.
We'll see it tomorrow.
So we'll come in tomorrow morning. But this concludes our walk on the John Muir Way. We do have one little thing that we have to accomplish first. Okay, so now our walk of the John Muir Way is officially complete. Cheers.
Cheers.